This is new.
I was just thinking about you just now. In which country and in which town? How you doing? I hope you are okay. I was worried about you, you know.
I poked at it to make it start catching these on fire. It's definitely still hot in there.
What are we gonna do about the fence situation?
I feel like we always get hijacked projects. Well, I don't know, because it needs to graze. We don't have any secure pasture for a steer.
I was just thinking about you just now. In which country and in which town? How you doing? I hope you are okay. I was worried about you, you know.
Will I break it if I do this?
No, I do it all the time.
I get jealous just thinking about all the men I know would be talking to you just now. It's domino.
That far.
That's the way it goes.
But there's a rock or something right there.
Oh, it'll go like...
Yeah, well the fence would be over here. So we'd only need it to open in line with the fence. And then I would either take barbed wire and string it up that way and just take this fence line out so that the horses can come up into here. And then this would come out and connect to a post somewhere here. It wouldn't be 100% straight, but for now it would work. And then we would, yeah. So then we would connect it to the fence line and down.
We should have brought the measuring tape.
Because this area here we don't really use for anything else. And this fence, we could use those posts. Yes, no?
So you're wanting to barbed wire, take that fence out. Could we repurpose that fence, or will it be junk? I mean, we could leave it. It's not going to hurt anything. It's just unnecessary tear down right now.
Yeah, we can leave it for now. It's just barbed wire and junk. I mean, we will eventually, when we build the barn, we might want to have a fence somewhere in here so that you could take animals from the barn out into this pasture. But this could be like the transfer zone. Because this, ultimately, this fence line will come and line up right here. The other thing we could do is just put a bigger post in right here to just have it lined up correctly and take that fence off and move it, but that's more work than is necessary. If all I need to do is drive a big post in the ground right here where this rock is and then go 16, 18 feet and put another post in and so on down the line. And we're stretching barbed wire, so this one would be a really secure post to handle the tension and then go on down the line.
Just a really crooked line.
It's a farm.
Doesn't mean it has to be crooked.
Well, when we do the bison fencing, we can, like I said, we could straighten it out. And really, if we were to run the fence going down the tree line for bison, then this fence line would come out more here, which would make a larger transfer zone. And I'd rather get the fences off of the trees. So either this fence goes back a little bit, or I would actually move this fence forward a little bit, enough that I can get a tractor down between the trees and the fence.
Well, we're going to do that anyway whenever we're doing a double fence line for the... Well, for the bison we might not need a double in here, as long as they don't have a dislike for the horses.
This is just a separator. But I need to be able to drive the tractor down, like this tree line needs to be cleaned up, and I need to be able to drive the tractor down it. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to maintain the fence. Like, we need the fence in a clean spot.
So that you can also, well, the livestock will take care of the cleanliness of it, I guess. Yeah, that's the kitty cat. He's on my feet. It's midnight.
We're walking?
Yeah, we're walking. Come on.
This is just a short song, I will write you a longer one. But right now I just need to tell you how I feel. I want to be with you in the book or two, lying on the grass with the blue sky above us inside. Wanna be your man, I am dying.
All that needs to be cut out. Now we just run the new fence 10 feet out.
Years and years of barbed wire in the trees.
What?
I said there are years and years of barbed wire in the trees. Like grown into them.
Do you like having the trees along this ridge?
Yes, I feel like it's a good, like, partition.
It
Like
is,
visual
but
partition.
I still need the new fence to be like here so that I can mow.
Yeah, but not right now. Right now we just need something to maintain.
So should we just run the barbed wire between the trees like the old barbed wire was?
Well, we don't have the means to put posts in all the way down otherwise.
Yeah.
Unless you want to chop up these pieces of tree and plant them, like as posts. But that's, again, double the work right now that for a fence that's not going to stay up.
If I win your heart, we can make a new start. Say goodbye to this dying town. Don't care where we go, just as long as I know. Every morning I wake up to you and me alone. 'Cause I wanna be your man, I am dying to take your hand, it's true. I'm in love with you.
So we will need to put some posts up right in here because Tell knocked that down.
Yeah.
But while I'm in here, I'll probably cut down all these little hawthorns anyway.
If I win your heart, we can make a new start. Say goodbye to this dying town. Don't care where we go, just as long as I know. Every morning I wake up to you.
We've got a lot of trees that have fallen through the spring storm.
Take your hand, it's true. I'm in love with you. I think that we both know, I feel it in my bones. You're the girl for whom I wrote the most songs.
Haven't you ever seen the ghost in the darkness? Don't go in the tall grass. Abner's looking back at me like, Mom? Abner, where'd you go, baby?
If I win your heart,
Are you coming?
a new
What do you think, Midnight? He says no.
Don't care where we go, just as long as I know.
We should have brought our gloves because we really need to be grabbing a hold of this fence and kind of shaking it a bit.
Wanna be your man, I am dying. Take your hand, it's true.
The roll of barbed wire is fairly inexpensive, so like wherever we just had the old rusty wire, I would probably stretch at least a new line or two. And then right here, we start over with some fresh wire. So from there up, we'll be doing some work, but from right here down this way, it will probably...
You just need to sink another metal post, really. You don't need to stretch new. You just need to firm it up.
Yeah, I'll probably just use the tree and pull this tighter to the tree.
Well, what I'm saying is that piece of wood right there, when you just wobbled it, it's not staked into the ground. It's not... You need to stake that in better, whether you use that wood or a metal stake. It's not... That's what you need to do. You need to tighten it in that way.
Yeah. There's the metal stake right here.
I see it.
The metal stake right there.
Come on, we're getting left behind.
This tree right here is part of the top wire is grown into the fence, so that's pretty solid. See, this right here, you can see it's still pretty solid.
I hear the humming, whirring of bees. What'd you find, Midnight? Meow. Come on. It's a pretty place to live. It's one lucky steer.
I'm gonna cut this junk out so I can get to the fence because the fence like 10 feet back.
Midnight. Come on. Gooby.
I mean, we've still got a pretty good fence back in there, even from here. But all of this needs to be cleaned up, which is what I've been working on anyway. Getting rid of these pesky trees. So there's some repair work down in here. This is probably where deer have trampled it down. The wire's fallen back in there. So I'll come in here and cut this out. And then, I mean, all of this we really could cut out anyway.
Well, do cows go into that kind of stuff? Hey, don't go through there with him.
Yeah, they'll, it's okay down here. You can come down. I've mowed down here before. He's not like that. He's not. like there's cow netting that drops down below the fence where the creek is. So even this should be okay.
I mean, it was previously made for cows. It's just a matter of where all the trees have...
The cows are going to come down in here for shade.
This is such a huge cleanup project. When it comes time to doing anything different.
But like this fence line, I wouldn't worry about right now. Because for the most part, it's good. With the small exception of a down wire back in the kitchen. I highly doubt he's gonna.
Oh, if we need to have them for something, then maybe you guys are out here, grab them and carry them back to the house, and we can use them for something like the chickens, you know?
Babe, I've been wanting to cut these branches for years.
It's weird that you can actually say for years.
We've been at it for years.
I know, but that's what's so weird.
Now we have a reason to actually repair this fence line. Because our horses, they don't challenge it.
Yeah, they've got all this. I don't think the cows will necessarily challenge it, but we don't want to take a chance.
It's not a cow, it's a bull.
Precisely.
I think once we fix this and we let him out here, he is going to be happy as day. All of this cannot be hayed. This is all weeds and nasties. It's got to be cut down.
Well, that's what I was, well, or let the cows have it.
So literally right now we just have that center area. That's not enough to have somebody come and hay.
So then we'll hay it, but we need to bale it.
I don't think we should hay it.
We need hay for the winter.
I think we should chop it down right now. I think we should spray the areas that I cut down with the brush hog, which will be up here and over there. That way we know that those were weedy areas and they need to be sprayed, because we're limited on spray. Then I think we should come back and we should cut down the center area. Cut everything down so that the mulched grass can go into the soil, provide it with nitrogen. That's why there's no weeds in that center section, because I brush hogged it last year. And then it'll come back, and if it comes back and one steer isn't going to eat all this down, then we can put him up.
We're not gonna have one steer, we also have to go get a couple heifers.
Well, then we can block them off for a few days and have somebody come and harvest the second cut. But I wouldn't do anything with this first cut. It's worthless. It is weedy and nasty.
It's cow hay. We're about to have cows.
Yeah, but they've got plenty to graze on. And we're gonna get a second cut. And then that second cut will be good for cows and horses.
I was doing it for so long, now I'm sneezing. Ugh.
But we've got basically, because he's growing, we've got a few days to cut all this, work on our fencing, and
basically we can make it a target by the end of this week.
yeah, but all this will have needed to be sprayed so it could sit for a day or two before we put grazers on it. So this is one of those Hail Marys, but we've done it with the house. How difficult could all this be? I was out here all day yesterday.
Exactly. Look how far you got.
I say we put $15 in the budget for a tire repair.
$15 in the budget for tire repair?
Yeah.
Are you talking about replacing the inner tube?
Yep. Because if I do it, it's going to take way too much time. If I just pop some air in there, pull it up to the driveway, jack it up, take the tire off, they'll have it fixed in no time. And I probably had to put air in that thing like 15 times yesterday.
So you're saying that's what took away from your productivity?
Yes. The front right tire is still okay. So
that needs to be fixed. Well, maybe not. There's a T-post right there, but it looks like it.
Those are those flimsy posts that I put in right there. But
where's the snake that you killed? It's not right here, is it? Farther down?
no, but I did kill a copperhead here a couple of years ago.
I know, that's what made me think of it. You can see the fence line over there. But I think this part of the fence line was fine. It's just back there where there was...
Well, we need to fix this section up here where the dogs are buried.
Where the what?
Where we bury our animals.
Oh. Well, yeah, no, I know that.
Because it's coming down. We crawl through there all the time. This fence line going up towards the house is a little sketch, but because it's overgrown right now, we've got time to get it fixed.
I need to ask somebody who knows about cows what the likelihood is that they'll try to get through something that's grown up like that. Since I would think it's not very high considering all of this that they have, but I don't know. Maybe there's a weird... What's the dragon?
What?
The dragon all over it.
Well, the fence is still there. You could see it.
Yeah. Look, I mean, I guess as long as we finish the front fence line, then the worst that could happen is we'll have a goat, or not a goat, a cow or bull staring at us when we wake up in the morning.
Yes, worst that could happen is a bull.
In our front yard.
In our front yard.
That's not so scary to me as long as I see it before it sees me. Ah, smell that, the honeysuckle. I love it.
I don't foresee this being an issue. Where he came through was a downed tree, and it was a fairly easy...
I thought you said he broke through the fence.
Yeah.
So the tree was weakening the fence and then he just broke through it?
I don't know, he's a bull.
He's a deer right now. He's not like a bull. I love, see, look how nice and solid this is.
Yes, but these boards came from General Timber, and they're solid boards.
Which is ironic that we took the good board. Well, I mean, it's better. Hello, Midnight.
And really, if we do anything back here, we want to extend this fence down and down.
Yeah, we don't have the money to do that.
We don't, but if we're gonna prepare this field for bison anyway, I would try and get by with what we have on this front fence line and then focus our efforts on slowly extending this fence down.
So you're saying not finish the front fence line?
That's only 5 posts. Then we
and
come,
wire.
Yeah, and wire. But then we come back here and I would finish this board fence across.
Okay, so you're saying finish that and then?
Board, posts and wire.
Okay, it's not just 5 posts to take the corner.
Okay, it's minimal.
Okay. My chest.
And then we should spray. Like, we need another thing of like clear all, like ground clear or something that'll just kill it. And
Not by a tree.
and spray wherever I can't get with the tractor along this fence.
Gosh, it's pretty. If I wasn't worried about snakes, I would have told the girls to go play in the pond yesterday.
Go play in the pond?
In the pond.
That sure is a good idea. See, with
That's what it'll look like.
with this fence over here and going down, it'll make it easier to maintain this, because this goes up that hill right away, which is why it's so difficult to maintain. And we could come in here with one of those grappling hooks and just pull all this junk out. And spray it with stuff that kills.
See, that's when honeysuckle is ridiculous, when it's climbing up the tree. So whenever it's just along the fence line, it's nice because it smells pretty. And
yeah, but all this honeysuckle we're going to tear out, so you might as well just let it kill that tree that's already dead.
Sunday morning, you came and went without her. For the first time in quite a while.
I don't have a name for you. Come here, buddy.
Better late than never. You can't go on forever. While she's spending all her days wasting time.
There you go. Pet him. He's cute. Lovely. You gonna pet him?
Last night, I stayed awake thinking about her. For the last time, for quite a while.
Did you just snip it? Did you see that?
It can't go on forever. While I'm spending all my days just wasting time. While I'm spending all my days just wasting time.